A lot of people ask me, what does it really take to be a meteorologist? And I usually tell them, well, you have to be a little crazy, a little nerdy, and be able to take a lot of heat and criticism. Because today, well, it's still an inexact science, dealing with the forces of nature and mainly predicting the future that so many people depend upon us for their lives and well being. And when that goes wrong, well, you do get called out. I grew up on Long Island in the 70s and 80s, and my true passion was actually for salt water, particularly with fishing. It was like an addiction to me, and well, still is to this day. But weather, which ties into fishing and boating in many ways, was also fascinating to me. I first became interested in weather back in junior high school earth science class, which coincided with the launch of the Weather Channel when we got our first cable box sometime in the early 80s. And then came Hurricane Gloria in 1985, when I actually ran outside my home in Floral Park, New York, with a tape recorder to actually tape the storm. I was a lunatic, and it looked like a career in weather was going to be my calling. I graduated from SUNY Albany with a degree in atmospheric science back in 1992. I moved around some upstate local TV stations for a while before landing my big job back here at home on Long Island, which would eventually become the Metro Traffic and Weather Channel on Cablevision. Back in 1998, it was Channel 17 at the time, and this was kind of neat because it was a voiceover broadcast on a popular channel full-time, and I was able to also fill in from time to time for the News 12 channels during those first few years. I moved up to executive producer for the Know Before You Go channel and really upped my skills as more of a producer, operations manager, technical geek, in addition to still forecasting and going on air. In time, Metro Traffic and Weather changed to News 12 Traffic and Weather, and my role was absorbed into a more network position, which included going back on TV in the suit and tie for News 12 Long Island. And this was around 2017, 2018, where I not only did your standard weather broadcasts, but I also added a little shtick using the iPad, social media, and showing fishing photos, which seemed to be a pretty big hit at the time. During the same time, the Fisherman magazine on Long Island actually reached out to me and asked me to do some weekly weather and fishing reports for their digital channel. So I did that as well, providing wind, weather, and marine-based outlooks, plus some pretty neat fishing video reports of my recent trips. After accepting a voluntary retirement package back in 2023, I actually left News 12 to take a much-needed break. Shortly thereafter, though, I joined Newsday TV in Melville, Long Island as a freelancer, covering big storms and also doing some on-location weather segments. I even had the awesome opportunity to co-produce and narrate a special shark segment called Beneath the Surface in August of 2024, where I actually went on a research shark vessel with local marine biologists out of Fire Island, and that was really cool. So basically, I've always worn many hats in this business, probably a good thing to hide my shiny head, but nonetheless, I've always loved doing the weather, but even more so producing graphics and programs, teaching, training, and helping my former colleagues with technical challenges, and of course, spirited map discussions and storm marathons, especially with those that we'll never forget, like the tornadoes here in Long Island of 2021, and of course, Superstorm Sandy, amongst many others. As I look back, I can say it's been both a challenging and very rewarding career, and now I'm looking forward to reinventing myself here. And perhaps that comes with this reboot and regathering of my former colleagues that I feel are all very worthy of being called weather legends. And I hope this new venture does prove to be very compelling, informative, nostalgic, and entertaining for all. So as with many things in life, well, I guess we'll just see what happens.